cultural piece, right? Because, and I ask this question because, a lot of companies now are trying to figure out what is the culture they want to, cultivate, for lack of a better term, going forward post-COVID. It was all, pretty consistent and pretty well laid out pre-COVID. People knew kind of what kind of organization they were. Employees knew what they were getting into. But COVID has turned just everything in every organization completely on its head, right? And on the recruiting side, what we do, the biggest, I think, long-term impact, probably indefinite impact, is working remotely. So I guess two questions. A, how involved do you get as a fractional CMO with helping to set that tone and build that culture? And then the second question is, how do you do that when A, you're virtual, and B, you're there for a short time frame?
Yeah. I mean, I think the entire leadership team has a role in driving and determining the culture of an organization. And to the extent as a fractional CMO, we do see ourselves as part of that team. And so to the extent that we do have a role to play in helping drive, express the culture of the organization. Marketing has a clear role. I always say some of your social media posts for organizations, for example, let's get tactical, need to be culture based. Mm-hmm. Need to be talking about the fun Zoom hour you did, or some acknowledgement of an employee's 25th anniversary with the company, or the company's 10th anniversary of being in business. Like those sort of external communications really help, I think, Ken, and for you, hiring, recruiting, retaining employees, is to have a clear and demonstrable culture and feeling external to the organization. All of us are people too, and our home lives and our work lives are blending, right? And I think also making room for that on calls. What we really miss, not being in the same building together, is that 5-minute conversation in the kitchen or in the hallway about how was your weekend. So leave room for that on your team calls. Check in at the beginning. It's okay if we spend 5 or 10 minutes of our marketing meeting to say, how was your weekend, and how'd your kid do in his baseball tournament, and how's your mom? Is she feeling better? Did anyone get to go anywhere over the summer for a fun vacation? Who bought an RV recently? Leave room for that. And then, lastly, some of the virtual tools like Slack, I found to be really helpful for maintaining culture. If there's a channel on Slack that's like random or fun pictures or celebration, and people can contribute and connect when they have downtime or they need that sort of 5-minute mental break from the day-to-day work stuff. So those are just some things that I found. Oh, and also I wanted to mention the average employee is checking, I think it's something like 6 to 9 forms of communication on a daily basis. 6 to 9 forms. I mean, email, phone, text, Slack, Teams, their CRM, their marketing system, their product, whatever you have for customer service. So being really clear about the role each form of communication has in your organization can have a huge positive impact on morale and engagement, right? Only text me when it's critical. Don't just text me for that piece of paper you need in a week, right? What is mission critical? And then think of it as a communication pyramid, right? What has to be real time and mission critical, what has to be real time and isn't urgent, and what is asynchronous, and be thinking about the type of communication that you're using in order to engage someone in whatever that topic is. Is it really urgent?